And there it's going, okay. Guess I can start. No one's here yet. Oh well, I thought we were going to have a guest, but things get super busy nowadays in today's crazy modern world. But welcome everyone to episode 5 of live from the Winslow mansion. And I guess we got a little press today because Leanne Valsvik, one of my favorite, I keep looking over here pretending I'm a co-host, but Leanne Valsvik, one of my favorite next door neighbors, growing up in the Fair Meadows, on her legitimate show, Cool 108, she mentioned this nickel and dime show. And actually, here in this the background here, if you see this little twin statue, the Valsviks, and I think it was around 1972, the Valsviks gave me this twins statue my birthday, and so yeah, I really appreciated that. You guys all should listen to her show, and you all know and love her. She graduated from Stillwater mid-1990s. You guys all know her, love her, great athlete, great family, the Valsviks. And I might as well have a shout out to her nephew Davis Wolf, one of my favorite students. I hope he's watching again. He'll be my top fan this week. Of course, I don't know how many more shows, but went on my walk again today, and downtown it looks like the river's coming up, and we got the river coming up. Then I talked about the stairs being closed. Ted, our mayor, is doing all he can. He's got, his hands are, his hands are, I actually hope he comes on the show one time. I don't know why he would, because, well, his hands are full. Ted, you can come on anytime. I don't know why you would. You know, we do get half a dozen viewers every day, I think. You should probably go on a legitimate show. Well, maybe one day I doubt we'll be legitimate. And so I walked around town. River's coming up, that's all we need. And it looks like they're building a new dike downtown. You get the Miller excavating outfit down there. They're putting in all the hard work. Shout out for them. So it's like everything is so surreal. And so what I'm thinking is, it's like the Planet of the Apes, not the Tim Burton 2001 Marky Mark version, but the original Charlton Heston Planet of the Apes, 1968. It's so campy, great acting, Charlton Heston, good acting there. And I actually, some of the 5 best quotes, I went downtown and I relived some of the best quotes. And of course people looked at me like, what the heck is that guy doing? And of course they're all thinking, oh, well, the quarantine is getting to him. And so, oh yeah, that's probably normal behavior. But, okay, so, top 5 quotes of Planet of the Apes. And I relived them downtown. Maybe some of you guys saw me. Okay, here's one of the quotes. And one of the younger kids, I can't remember the kid's name, but he said, remember, never trust anyone over 30. I said that one. That one, whatever, people didn't really kind of looked at me, wasn't a big deal. One of the younger characters in Planet of the Apes. Okay, and then I remember Charlton Heston actually said this. Remember the one astronaut had his brain lobotomized, and Charlton Heston goes, you did it, you cut out his brain, you bloody baboon. Remember that part? And the guy was like, oh, kind of like a lot of people, right? He was like lobotomized, and he's like, I think they put him in a museum, right? And so I played that. I went up to people and I said that to them, and they're like, whoa, what's going on? I knew those people, so it was okay. Now, this is probably one of the best lines in Planet of the Apes, and I said this downtown. You guys probably know this line really well. We used to say this all the time in Iraq. In fact, we used to quote this movie all the time in Iraq. Take your stinking paws off me, you damn dirty ape. And I had an old fishing net, and I had it thrown over me. And then I said it. and people are looking at me kind of strangely. Well, normally they do that anyway, so that's number 3. Planet of the Apes, we're kind of living in it right now. Okay, so, and then remember that time Charlton Heston is in a cage and they're spraying him down with a hose? And with this great acting, he goes, "It's a madhouse in here, I tell you, a madhouse." Yeah, well, that's one of my, sometimes I say that too, so, okay. Now, of course, if you guys know the movie Planet of the Apes, 1968, I don't even have to tell you what line I'm going to say lastly. And a lot of times when I'm on a beach somewhere, and if you can get some woman who doesn't know English, and maybe get a friend of yours to stand over there like pretending to be the Statue of Liberty, and the woman, get her to follow you along the beach for a while, and you kind of walk along, you know, and then all of a sudden you come up upon your friend pretending to be the Statue of Liberty, and you say, "You maniacs, you blew it up, oh damn you all to hell," and you get on the ground and you beat the sand. And that's what I did, only I was by the river as the river is coming up, and they're trying to build a dike down there. That was basically my day this afternoon on my walk. I don't know if our mayor approved of me living out the scenes of Planet of the Apes, but that's kind of what I did. And of course, some of the great movie, and he did a whole lot of music. Jerry Goldsmith. He did Rambo, Jerry Goldsmith did all sorts of musical accompaniments, and Jerry Goldsmith was probably one of the what else? And he even did more of a modern movie. He did Supergirl, Jerry Goldsmith. Oh, someone's at our door. Who's it? Oh, someone pulled up. Oh, yeah, who is it? Come on in! Who is it? Come on in!
Hey, Miles.
Oh, hey, it's Roger Kuehn just showing up here.
How you
Roger,
doing?
come on in. I can't shake your hand,
Well,
but
I can salute you.
well, I appreciate that.
And I think
We got the social distancing here. I think we're okay right there. Make sure we're on camera, you know. You guys all know Roger Kuehn.
Hi,
Want something to
everybody.
drink here, Rog?
Oh, thanks.
Here, what do we got? A Diet Coke?
Diet Coke. Well, that's
You wanna?
I've got. Oh yeah, hand sanitizer would be good.
We got this. What else I got here? Yeah, I can spray the air with spick and span here. We got all sorts of stuff. Oh yeah, you guys. Roger and I will probably work for tips tonight. We'll fill that up. Okay, so you look like $1 million, Rog.
Well, so
Oh yeah. Before I thanks. Speaking of looking $1 million, Roger always looks like $1 million. I've known him for years. I was going to mention looking like $1 million here in town. We're going to talk about. Sorry, Rog. Before I ask you a couple questions, the local Enchante, you gals, if you want to look like $1 million, Sarah Stratty Quickle. I think her son Blake is going to do deliveries. And I think, right, Sarah, I don't know if you're watching, you guys might know her father, Dr. Stratty. He's kind of a minor, not a minor, he is a celebrity in town. You know Dr. Stratty?
I do. It's an interesting story. He actually delivered me in, in 1967, June 2nd.
He didn't deliver me, though. I know he delivered my sister. And what I was going to say, too, Rog, when you wear a suit, and I was going to tell the people that wearing a suit, even for an hour a day, when I do these shows, I end up just feeling way better about myself. And so that I love just putting on a suit, even for an hour.
Yep. Oh, I think it gives you more confidence, and people have more confidence in you, I think.
Yeah, I know. And Roger, another thing, not only Dr. Stratty delivered you.
Yep.
What happened to the day 40 years earlier?
Well, it was an interesting thing because it wasn't planned this way, but in Pine City, excuse me about that, in Pine City, Minnesota, 40 years before June 2nd, 1967, it was 1927, June 2nd, and my mother was delivered by Dr. Stratty Sr., and then 40 years to the day at the new clinic, which was new back then, or not the new clinic, the new hospital, I was born.
Not just over a couple blocks away. So
Yeah.
I always thought that was really great that, you know, a lot of kids here in town, kids, I know we're all like old here or whatever, but I always thought that was just the greatest story in the world, Raj. That you guys had that.
Well, what a coincidence.
Yeah, I know, that's great. And Raj, you and I have known each other for a few years now. We've traveled quite a bit together. We have more different attire, I think maybe.
Yeah, more colorful.
More colorful, maybe casual, not even business casual. I think one of my favorite, I don't know, challenging things that happened to us, and I kind of prefaced this a little last night, but we were, you had one of your awesome Christmas parties, and this was downtown. And I said to Roger, I said, remember this, Roger? I said, well, you want to go to Brazil?
Yes.
And you said,
let's go.
Let's go, because it was like just a couple $100 more going to Brazil than it was Mexico. And so
And we'd already been to Mexico.
We'd been to Mexico, and nothing's wrong with going to Mexico, really. Mexico's fine. And so we booked it. We were excited. We get on the plane. We fly, to Atlanta, ATL, and we probably stayed at the Sky Lounge there. I think, didn't we? Maybe their Sky Lounge, Delta Sky Lounge. Probably.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, that's always an awesome place. Now we're about to board the plane. What did they tell us? Do you remember, Raj? What did they tell us?
Well, we were walking into the plane with everybody else, and the lovely Brazilian flight attendant said, "Where's your visa?" And Miles and I were kind of confused, and we're like, she's asking for a credit card to board the plane. Well, lo and behold, we were supposed to get a visa to go to Brazil. And it takes like 6 months.
Yeah, six months. And of course, we're thinking we're just going to Brazil. We're not going to Vietnam. We're not going to the former Soviet Union. We're going to Brazil. But if I remember, this wasn't that long ago. What they told us was that there's a desk and they'll help us here. So if I recall, then we went, and they said the next day go to the Brazilian consulate.
Yep.
And what was our plan we had laid out?
Well, my recollection was we were going to go beg.
Yes, we did a lot of begging.
Yeah, but
not with money though.
But they helped us, and they were very nice about it. And one of the things Miles had said was, "Please, we just want to go to your beautiful country and spend money."
Yeah, and we wanted to see the big Jesus statue,
right.
One of it, and we said we were going to play dumb too. We did not know that we needed a visa, and they kind of laid out the situation. You needed a new passport photo, and I think like $130 or something for the visa.
I thought it was $200, but okay.
But okay, well, let's say it was. It was more money than we really wanted to spend because we didn't know we needed this visa. So we went next door to the post office, and the guy was kind of laughing at us because he knew why we needed a passport photo. And then I think we went back, and we were still playing dumb, right? And these beautiful Brazilian women are essentially, shaking their fingers at us, and we just kind of hang our heads like this, kind of looking up at them, and they shake their fingers. You really need a visa to go to Brazil. And we just hung our heads in shame, although looking at them at the same time, because if you've ever been to Brazil, Raj, tell us about the women down there.
They're beautiful. The women are beautiful. The guys are they're handsome. So you ladies that are wondering what the Brazilian men look like, that all the Brazilian people have that beautiful olive skin, and they got, they're out on the beach all the time, so.
I don't think you need a visa anymore, but at the
No.
time we needed a visa. But and so we got that. We went back, and they said, well, come back later on. And our flight wasn't leaving. Then the next one wasn't leaving until 9. We actually told Delta we will get all the documents we need. Put us on that 9 o'clock. We were very determined.
We were.
Yeah, very proud of ourselves. We went, and sure enough, we got it. We went to a movie.
Yeah, that was a good movie.
Which movie did we see, Raj?
We saw Gran Torino with Clint Eastwood, and it was amazing. And yeah, that was a good show, and it was kind of a tearjerker at the end. And Miles had just gotten back from Iraq, and I'll be honest, I was a little emotional at the end. I like Clint Eastwood.
Good movie. 5 out of 5
And
stars.
so I couldn't help it. I was tearing up a little bit, and I was kind of embarrassed to be doing that in front of a friend that's a soldier and everything. And I looked over and he was crying too.
Yeah,
So,
it was really sad. And we're worn out. We're trying to get this whole stuff, so we're kind of worn out. Yes, it was an emotional movie, and then so it was, and we saw it, and then we hung out in the mall, and I think we probably had, I don't know, would we have Chinese food or something that day? Oh yeah, does everyone know we're sponsored by Corona? But I'll get that out of the way there. And yeah, we got that taken care of, and they told us to come back at like 4, but I think we actually went back early. Sat in the lobby of the I'm gonna get a drink too here.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna have So we actually went back into the lobby of the Brazilian consulate, and I just remember those Brazilian gals were just laughing at us. They thought we were a couple of idiots.
Well,
Because we acted dumb. That was our scheme. We're gonna act like we don't know what the heck is going on.
but it worked.
It worked. That was.
And Gran Torino, for anybody who hasn't seen it, great movie.
Yeah, it's a really good movie. I haven't seen the Richard Jewell movie yet.
I haven't seen it either.
I don't think we really had a chance with it, So, and we actually went and sat down. We were supposed to be there at 4, and we sat down in the lobby, and I remember we sat down and we're reading our books. We had nothing better to do. We're just going to sit in their area there and wait for our visa to get processed. One guy came in all angry and bitter. Do you remember that, Raj?
Yeah, I don't think he was treated as well.
No, they said 90 days. And so he did not have that play dumb attitude and hang your head in shame gamut that we had going on that worked so well for us. And so at 4, they were going to issue it to us at 4, and that woman said, just come up here, you guys. I think they issued it to us like 2 or 3 hours early, and then we got our visa.
I think that guy helped us.
I think he did too. I don't know where he was from, but
Well, he wasn't going
he was not going to be going to Brazil in the next 3 months. But that's our, getting to Brazil story. But at the time, we didn't realize we needed a visa. Where else have we been, Raj? It's kind of fun over the years.
Man, we went to Bali recently. That was pretty exciting.
Yeah, what's some of your fond memories of going to Bali?
Well, everybody in Bali is on a scooter, and I didn't see many cars at all. But the whole families were like in their Sunday best with their best clothes on, and like 5 people on one little scooter. And the delivery drivers were delivering like 5-gallon containers of water, like 11 or 12 at a time. I mean, they're really ingenious with these scooters.
Why don't they have, why do they have scooters, Raj? Do you remember what they said about that?
I can't remember. Oh, because there's too many? I don't know.
No public transportation.
No public transportation.
No public transportation. And we were able to hire a driver.
Yep.
And you can get him for the whole day. And it's just, what did we pay for that guy? I forget his name.
I don't know, like $25.
$25. It wasn't much money. And
he was happy about it.
Yeah. But then he wanted to hang out with us afterwards. And you're kind of like me. And that's why I like traveling with Raj. We're my daytime tourists. You want to be back at the hotel I don't want to be out at night, you know, and so I think he probably wanted to get away from his wife, and he probably told his wife, you know, I got to go hang out with these American guys because I need to watch out over them, and I think he was disappointed
Yeah.
that he wasn't going to be.
And honestly, it had been a full day. We'd seen an awful lot of volley, and
What are some of the things we saw that day, Raj?
well, I saw an interesting thing. I watched Miles learn how to surf. That was pretty interesting.
Tempted to surf. Tempted would be a good thing. We went to the monkey forest.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Ubud, I think that was the place. And then
I think we went to a cemetery.
the cemetery.
Yeah.
That's right, I forgot about that.
But people lived in the cemetery and were cooking food and things. It was very unusual. But I guess they want to live with their ancestors.
Very primitive.
Yeah.
And then we went to like a cultural dance thing, and
with the people dressed up as lions, and but I think it was very historic.
yes, it was, and I'm glad we went to it. But it was a part of our tour for the day. You know, it was interesting. I guess I'm glad we went. It's something, you know, whatever. It was part of the package deal, our $25, and we saw a volcano. Didn't erupt when we were there.
Yeah.
But it was a good day. And the interesting thing when I was just in West Africa, Raj, the Swiss girl, she was in Ubud the same time we were. Our paths may have crossed.
Huh.
Who knows? Maybe we were 10 meters apart there or whatever. I don't know.
Well, maybe it's just one of those things you can't explain.
No, can't explain. We were there at the same time. She's still trapped in Senegal, though. But what are you gonna do? I'm here, so that's all I care about.
Yeah.
So, but no, it was a great trip, and cheap. It only cost us.
Oh, the Bali trip? Yeah, that was inexpensive.
Yeah, like 130,000 sky miles. We got it started at 70,000, but that was coach. We got the better seats because it was a 15-hour flight from Detroit to where did we go? Shanghai.
Yep, we got into Shanghai briefly, and
What are some of your impressions of the Shanghai airport, Roger?
well, I'm never going back there. They had us standing in a room in lines the whole time, like for one line to another, and then they would ask you questions in Chinese, and I would say I don't speak Chinese, and they'd look at you like you were some kind of a suspect, and they were always taking pictures and taking fingerprints. And there was no place to sit down, and there was no place to go to the bathroom. So my impression of China wasn't real good.
Yeah, and one thing I didn't like when you'd go and get your fingerprints on the scanner, remember that, Raj?
It was greasy.
It was, so greasy feeling. Oh, it was awful.
And the other thing, and this was before we had the issue come to this country, Miles and I were both a bit confused why everybody was wearing masks. But obviously we know now why, but I'm glad we were only there for 4
Yeah,
days.
and I think the we'll just call it the virus. You got that Corona beer right there.
Oh yeah.
Did you see that, Raj?
Yeah, well they're the sponsor of the show.
They're the sponsor of the show. I think the virus had already taken off over there, and yeah.
But they weren't reporting it to the rest of the people.
No, not at all. And when I was going through Europe and and no one was looking at, it clearly said I had a Chinese visa in my passport, and no one was looking through. Oh, you got a Chinese? Well, I didn't say anything. And one of the questions I got in like Dakar, New York, Paris, have you been to China in the last 14 days? No.
Nothing at all.
No, because it was the right answer. It wasn't like, whatever.
Well,
4 weeks or whatever. It was 2 weeks. No.
Yep.
No. Yeah. So, but we've been to Cuba.
Oh, went to Cuba. That was interesting too. It's a beautiful country, and the people were lovely and kind. but all the buildings and stuff were kind of just falling down, and none of the toilets worked. And even if you found a working one, there'd be some old lady there that would want money just to let you use it and give you a little square of paper. So that was kind of strange.
I know, all jokes aside, if you go to a third world country, always bring toilet paper or, things, seriously.
Well, hoping that we can find it in the stores again here.
No, I know, hopefully all jokes aside, but hopefully these are paper towels so we can wipe stuff down. And but I remember though at the you normally go to an airport and they got the big board up there, saying when your flight is taken off. Remember, we had to walk around, and we finally it didn't say any flights to Atlanta. We just went and we saw the Delta airline tail. Well, that's our flight, and we just went up there and said, "Is this the flight to Atlanta?" Yes. And that's how we found it. There was no electronic anything.
No.
In our hotel, it was leaking. The food was very good. I remember that.
And apparently, it's if somehow, some way, made a cleaning person in the hotel breaks or cracks a toilet, that's a year's pay. So they're very careful with the toilets.
I think we tipped her pretty well.
Yeah.
We gave her a pretty good tip, if I recall. As you should, no matter where, even if we're in Atlanta. Speaking of Atlanta, Roger, you're kind of a car aficionado.
True.
We had kind of a fun adventure this last June. Was it? We had to pick up a real fun car. You called me up one day and said, "Are you busy? Whatever day?" And what happened there, Roger?
Well, Miles he's always willing to help a friend, and I said I bought a car in Atlanta, and they only made it's a Jeep actually, but it's called a Trackhawk, and they're very rare. They only made 5,000 of them in 2018. So I tracked one down in Cumming, Georgia, which is just north of Atlanta. And I said, Miles, if I get us a ticket, can you fly down there with me in like 2 days? And we did. And other than stopping for pancakes at like House of Pancakes or
Oh, Waffle House. Because we're down south. It's like we had to by law, I think, right?
Yeah.
But then we, on the way home, we wanted to go through the Smoky Mountains, and so we remember we picked a spot on your computer, and this car, and had all and Jason, the salesman, he showed us the computer and everything, and there's something called a launch.
Oh, launch control.
And I never heard of that. What's a launch control, Raj?
Well, it's the car, the Trackhawk is supercharged, and the launch control, you can step on the brake as hard as you can from a dead stop with your steering wheel straightened, and you can set the RPMs for whatever you want, but mine is set for 2,200. That's kind of optimum. And then you can hold the brake down, and you get it up to $2,200 RPMs, and then punch the gas, let off the brake, and instantly it's got the supercharger engaged, and it's really exciting. But for the first 500 miles, we couldn't use it.
No,
which is probably good.
No, but when you turned that thing on, you knew you were sitting on, was it 700?
707.
Yeah, you knew that's what you were sitting on. But we did want to go up through the Smoky Mountains, and I remember we said, well, I think this Pigeon Forge sounds familiar, and we said, wasn't that like a Civil War field, and we're kind of history guys. Well, let's go up to Pigeon Forge. And we get up there, it wasn't anything to do with Civil War. It was kind of a...
Wasn't that Dollywood?
It was kind of a Dolly Parton theme park. It wasn't anything to do with...
In hindsight, I wish we'd gone to Dolly World.
I know. Yeah, it was...
But I think you had an appointment, so we weren't going to take a whole lot of time.
Yeah, we drove straight through.
Other than the Waffle House, that was pretty much.
Yeah, but we had to stop at the Waffle House. You know, it's
Yeah.
like it's like calls you in. It's like if you head out west, there's the Wall Drug. You know, you got to stop at the Wall Drug.
Yeah,
So
I mean, if you go by Wall Drug without stopping,
Yeah.
you kind of miss something.
we should take that track hawk out there. We'd be out there in like no time. And then,
Yeah.
You know.
Well, we managed to bring that new Jeep Trackhawk Cherokee home, and we didn't get any tickets, and
No.
didn't have a bad experience.
We really didn't drive fast though. It had the enhanced cruise control, so you can't go faster than the vehicle in front of you. Really kind of, and but we didn't speed at all. Very responsible. But we couldn't though. We hadn't been broken in.
Right. Well, you could still drive fast.
Well,
you just couldn't. You couldn't
Yes.
do the racing thing with the super.
Yeah, but a lot of the gals are eyeing Raj up though, as usual though. I mean,
Oh,
he
yeah.
usually looks like $1 million. They were eyeing him up in that track hawk though, so that's.
I think they were eyeing you up.
I
when you
know
drive.
things are Raj does. Whoa, what's going on in here? More people? What's going on? What? More people
Hey!
coming in. Another.
I forgot my other half of my suit.
Oh, come on in. We have more people here. You guys know.
Is that Roger Kuehn?
Roger
Kuehn.
Kuehn.
Can't shake your
Yeah,
head.
that's right. That's fist pump.
There we go. That's good.
All right, I meant to put my pants
Come
on.
on in. You're not on
'Cause I
camera.
got my Santa Claus tie on.
Here,
You want to
come
sit
on in
over
here.
there?
No, I've been on camera for a long time now. I'll sit. I'll move over.
If you move over, Raj, you won't be on camera.
Oh,
so
all
you
right.
gotta leave it there. So.
All right. So I'll
You
just.
guys remember?
Hey, did you take a pull?
No.
Well, this is the sanitizer in case we spit.
Right. That's it.
I'll just do a little
I think
bit.
you're still on camera. I hope you're still on camera.
Oh,
Raj.
if
You
you're
might
first
have
camera
those
right there.
right here, yes.
I'm
Isn't it?
gonna see
Look.
if I'm in the picture.
Okay.
Hey, you made it, Raj.
Oh yeah.
Good for you.
Isn't that great technology? A cardboard box and a chair. I gotta get a tripod and like a something. Is your chair in the picture, Raj?
Well, halfway.
Here.
Yeah, I'll get a little
Yeah,
closer.
there we go.
We'll
Yeah.
just get nice. This stuff
It's like rice fishing. This is a 3-holer here.
There we go. So I
Yeah,
think I'm in it now.
You guys all remember Scott Junker, everyone, on time as usual?
On time. I've never been late in my life, Miles. Come on.
No, that's okay.
Uh,
Yeah, tomorrow we might go down to
Look
the
at you.
Yeah.
What the heck? Are you a pallbearer today? Or look at how handsome you are.
Whoa, thanks.
Man,
thanks,
what?
guys.
Man, look. You know, I got my Santa Claus tie.
Well, I was thinking we were.
I forgot I had that Santa Claus tie over there.
Well, the news
Roger
says we're
pointed it
supposed
out.
to be festive and
Mm-hmm.
put our decorations up and stuff. So I thought, what the heck? I'll wear that. But the Fireball, Raj, we don't drink that much anymore because that stuff is not good.
No, I could have gotten
I call it Firefox.
Diet Coke here.
Miles,
Scott, I
remember?
could,
Firefox, because when I drink it, I think I'm good looking. Huh?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, here
got a
you
Coke?
guys speaking. You want one?
Sure.
Okay, here, I'll make this. Someone dropped this off at my door today. Hey, color your hair.
No way.
So
Let's
someone, yeah. Here, I'll get you a drink here,
Hey,
Scott.
make it great, just don't take it away.
Yeah.
That's what I say.
Yeah.
Huh? I mean, I like sitting over here because I got that one blown. Right, Rod? What are you up to? You guys, I think you guys were talking about some trips,
Oh,
some cars.
we were just
what the
talking
hell?
about trips.
I won't wreck your stay here. I'm only gonna stay for a little bit, and then you guys continue on because I think I interrupted you, didn't I?
No, I think we got some of our best stories in. I do.
Oh, it's awesome. Good. Talk about a little world traveling, maybe.
Yeah, we did. Here you go.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Whoa! Cheers.
Yeah,
boys.
that's,
Cheers.
In the old days, we would have done there, right, Rod?
Oh, those are the old days.
We'd have went like this. Poured a little bit of that there, a little bit of that, but we'd have done it behind the scenes, so we wouldn't get caught. But here's to you.
What's the
Make
word?
America great.
What's the word, Scott? You're downtown. Anything going on? We talked a little bit about they're building the berm down there.
Really?
So,
For the flood?
well, we got the viruses taking over, and I'm talking about how we're like. I talked about we're kind of like living in the planet of the apes here. I talked about that a little bit.
Cornelius, remember Cornelius?
Yeah, he's,
When he
but
spoke
it's
like that?
in a movie in 1968 you could do that, and I was talking about it, yeah. So
Remember when they'd kiss? Rod?
Oh yeah.
Cornelius, when their lips would be like really funny looking. Oh, it was just, I was scared of that show.
But
Oh yeah, yeah, oh yeah.
You'd go to bed and I'd look for the Planet of the Apes under your bed, wouldn't you?
Oh, I thought it was just amazing. I love that whole thing.
Roddy something?
McDowell.
Roddy McDowell.
Oh man, that was.
When it came on the heels of the Gimlin Patterson film, that whole the Bigfoot out in California where they caught him on film, and then I had seen that in a film in the theater. You know, he's out there turns and looks at the camera, and then that movie came out and talk about petrified.
Oh my god. Isn't that great with the red dots on the face?
Well, smallpox. It's the theme. It's the
Oh,
diseases.
I was thinking somebody was aiming at us.
Yep.
Yeah.
One of those
Well,
red,
maybe
like a scope.
yeah, someone could do that right now.
Hey,
We
what
wouldn't
happened to
know.
her?
Oh,
You
we
saw
got
her,
her.
veterans?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I've been watching the show. That's why I'm here.
And this probably doesn't show up on camera. We got the Man Magazine hardcover right here.
Oh,
so.
nice. Yeah, Richard.
That doesn't
What is
show
it,
up.
Alfred E. Newman?
Alfred E. Newman.
Yeah. How was that? Did you read them, Raj?
Yeah.
Did you? Yeah, did you?
Oh yeah,
Really?
yeah.
I don't know. I just.
I
I
thought
like
it
the
was fun.
satire. I like the satire.
Huh.
But I never quite understood why people liked Legos so much. So
Well, they're so. If you have ADD or anything like with Legos, man, or what's that erector set thing too? Remember the metal thing that we did when we were kids?
yeah,
Where you put the little screws in there? Oh man, that was tough, wasn't it?
I thought so.
Trying to get that.
Just-
Well, trying to follow directions, looking at it like a map.
I just a short little attention span.
Oh my god, it was crazy, wasn't it? Huh? I think that's followed me into adulthood a little bit. Maybe, I don't know. But what do you think,
No,
Miles?
I don't think so.
Did he tell you about the other road trip he took?
I've heard about all the
Here's how bored this is how bad it is with this whole epidemic thing we got going around here. But it's like we're driving down this road out of like Red Wing, and we just take random roads, Rod. You know that. You've been with us. So I thought, all right, let's go 19. So all of a sudden we're going, I wonder how the water level or sea level is in Red Wing
Oh, that's
versus
right. Jeepers. This
versus
is our
Stillwater.
life now. Ugh.
What's the difference? How much higher is Stillwater than Red Wing as far as?
Yeah, we started
Yeah.
Googling the sea level of the river at Stillwater versus Red Wing. This is our life.
He
now,
had it pretty
Raj.
good though. He's going.
Yeah.
We took New Orleans, for example, as far as like the lowest part, because
Yeah.
it's actually below sea level, isn't it? Kind of some of it. And then we figured, all right, that's
So you're
miles,
talking about New Orleans, the
Louisiana, the state.
Yeah,
there,
where it dumps
the
on
state.
in there, yeah.
And Miles is like, well, that's 1,200 miles. He's going on this thing like this on his phone. He's going, well, it looks like we lose about 100 feet per something. What was it, Miles? I don't know.
I think we figured it out. We lose like 1 foot 3 inches every. I forget. We had it all figured out
Damn.
the other day.
Should've
We had
wrote
it
that
all.
down.
This is our life. We're trying to figure
That
out
was 13
how
miles.
far-
too,
math. We had it all figured out. From Stillwater to Red Wing to New Orleans, how far the river drops. We didn't take in the locks and dams.
Oh man, it was.
This is our life now. Talk shows. We probably have half a dozen people watching. So that we doubled. Now that you guys are here, we probably tripled it. We probably have a dozen. So yeah, we did. Hey, Leanne mentioned the show on
I saw that on Facebook. They said, good for her.
so-
Hey,
yeah.
man.
Yeah, hopefully
Hey,
she's
Boswick,
watching.
yay.
Yeah, we appreciate
Cool
that.
108.
Yeah.
We'll plug her too.
Yeah,
right?
we'll plug her. Yeah, we'll plug her show
She's
right
cool
back.
108.
She's
great.
legitimate though.
She's legit.
Yeah.
Well, we
She
got
got
what's that, a
sponsored.
tip jar?
Yeah, it's a tip jar.
We haven't gotten into
Check
it yet.
it. I know.
Your people are gonna throw it out through the camera. Oh my god. Yeah. Well, when there's nothing to, we used to go to like different restaurants
Yeah.
and have different stuff and talk to people, but we can't.
Yeah.
The best conversation we get, Raj, is a quick trip.
Yep.
Because it's always open, but you just gotta make the best of it, right, Miles?
We ask permission if we can use the restrooms or.
We don't want Cato to get down on us again. Cato
yeah, I know.
Cato. Right, Rod?
Yeah,
We're all gonna look like Cato because we can't go anywhere to cut our hair or
Oh
something.
man, I just get the trimmer out and take care of it.
Yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, nothing you
Do that.
can't do with a beard shaver.
Oh, yeah.
And what was that, Flowbee? Then he got
Uh-huh.
set.
Did you ever see the?
You look like Hemingway there, Raj.
He is.
You've had all the experiences,
Yeah,
boat
yeah.
captain, and
Handsome devil. he
you've
is,
been to
Rod.
Cuba.
Yeah.
You could pass for him, Raj.
Eligible bachelor.
Eligible, disease free.
Disease free.
Yeah, he's got
No,
everything.
well, not anymore.
Oh yeah, maybe we should. We don't know. Take that back. No
I
offense,
meant to
Raj.
give you a wing.
No
good,
offense.
good.
No
Whoops, you
offense.
spilled something. Here, I got it. Here. Oh, that's already been used.
Well,
Not bad
if you
now.
wanted to take him there, Raj.
Yeah.
Here, I got this.
This one's mine.
Yeah,
I'll
you can
take
use that
This
on your
was to
time.
measure everything out too. I think Brent might want to go
We are
tomorrow.
violators right now with the 6
I
footer.
know.
Yeah.
Who cares?
I've already
Let's
got
go
heat
down
on
with the
private
ship.
messages. Being
I don't
too
want
close
it,
to
man.
people.
I don't want it.
No, we don't want to get that. We don't
No,
want
we don't want that.
Respiratory stuff, that's no good.
No, and we don't want anybody to get it. That's why we're doing what we're
No,
doing.
trying to
behave.
Yep.
You know, so, well, guys, I think we've had a pretty good, lively show.
Is that it? You guys weren't done talking about your trips though, and I can go over there and hang out.
No, I think that's about it. Kind of
Is
trying
that
to
an owl
keep it.
on the wall? Oh no, see that picture up there? What is that?
I don't know.
Man, that ceiling looks great. The David Mark Brown.
Yeah,
He's
he
watching
did
that.
that.
You know, this is the same ceiling
Isn't that cool?
that we put in at 1835, the old Remax place.
Is it really the
The
same
ceiling,
panels?
yeah.
Well, it covers up the
Nice.
popcorn ceiling.
Right.
That's awesome.
An 1880 home shouldn't have popcorn ceiling, so
No.
that was the idea I came up with. So
And the knockdown
No,
is good.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
Yeah.
It looks classy.
Doesn't that bathroom look like it's been there since birth?
Yeah.
You know?
that was we
That was
did, so
Great.
Mhm.
It looks like it was built that way. I mean, when the house was done.
Yeah, so. Well, guys, I think we've had a pretty good show. I try to keep the shows pretty, well, 3
Short and
guys
sweet.
on, I think, but I think Brent might want to come with us tomorrow, he
Oh,
said. So
We're gonna go down to where are we going? To Iowa? Almost.
extreme southeastern Minnesota. We're going to look at my brother's grave.
Oh, great sight.
Oh.
We're gonna take a road trip down there with Brent Banshee.
Mhm.
He's probably watching right now. Brent, be ready.
Yeah, Brent.
Don't be late.
Brent, it was good to see you the other day when you dropped by the office. Hope everything is working out the way you wanted it to, and always good to see you. And oh, by the way, a plug for my dentist, Bay Dental, very good.
Is that them? Did you bring that in?
Yeah.
Oh, you brought your own pop?
Yeah. Well, no, Miles gave
Oh,
me
you
one.
brought your own cooler.
Well,
Hey,
yeah, I
toaster,
figured
huh?
he'd give me something.
Well, absolutely, but I didn't get one. Oh, you brought your own.
Yeah.
So
Did I give you this one?
yeah, but I didn't. I was looking for the
I don't know.
hugger.
Maybe I got to
They
have
all
like a
have huggers
Winslow
in
mansion.
I don't.
What are those things called? Koozies?
I don't. When did that
Is
happen?
it
Oh.
a cozy or
Cozy or koozie?
Yeah, but I always call it a hugger.
A
When
hugger.
did this koozie thing here?
Well, you can see I'm a high budget show. I got a cardboard box to hold my phone in it.
Oh, come on, that's
That's the
Look at the tinfoil on the light though.
tinfoil to get the light over.
that's your
budget
camera
show.
crew.
Oh, I love it. Well, this is how it started. Hey, hosted by Miles Winslow. Produced by Miles Winslow.
No, that's
Lighting
that
and directing by
real
Miles
Nicholas Dyer
Winslow.
show here. Yeah, we're high budget
Is it-
here.
so
We're
is it-
begging for
Is
tips
it the
here.
Winslow Manor show or the
Winslow
Mansion?
Mansion.
Mansion.
Live from
Mansion.
the Winslow Mansion. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a real high budget here.
South
And then
Fifth Street.
we got the Menards $5. That's pretty much
I
it.
love
We're
the
high
Wi-Fi.
budget here.
Fantastic.
Don't you love the
Well,
roadway?
well, Miles and Cutter, thanks for letting me
Well, thanks for coming, Raj.
visit your show, and I keep
Wing.
keep making them,
Wing.
And,
We don't get,
No.
we don't get the bacteria going around.
and hopefully there'll be many more.
Oh, there's
Well, at least we're committed, at least through the virus here. We don't know how many more shows we're going to do, so we're committed until the end of the outbreak, Raj.
He's just trying to bring a little light to the subject and maybe make a few people chuckle and figure out that,
Not too much hate mail comes
Right.
through. Not much, some, but not
Letters.
much. Yeah, letters.
Not emails, letters.
Letters, I mean, I got people telling me I gotta change my hair color. I guess that's okay, yeah.
Hey, remember Miles? remember watching
Yeah.
Match Game from the 70s, and whenever one of the stars like Charles Nelson Riley or Brett or one of them guys they'd say a goofy
The
answer,
Hollywood Squares.
and that's they'd go, oh, we're gonna get letters,
I got
It's like-
letters
oh
already.
my God.
Only informers the private messages.
We're gonna get letters, not like because that was the super data back then.
Oh
you know?
yeah, that was.
I mean, now shit, you can't even. Oops, I swore. I said yes.
Oh, we're gonna get letters now.
We don't swear. Shoot.
Yeah, we're not. We're like Johnny Carson here. We don't take a side politically. We don't alienate.
We're not mad at anybody.
You know, we think Ted's doing a great job here. I think.
But he
Where do
is.
you want him on the show?
Ted's
He'll
good.
come up sometimes. Just
He doesn't have the time.
he's a busy guy. Give him
Very
a heads
busy.
up,
Doing a
and
great job.
he's running that show down there. That's gonna be a tough job. Huh?
Yeah, we do want him on the show.
God, can you imagine how many phone calls he gets every day?
Oh,
God, that poor guy.
Ted.
Well, you
Keep it up. Keep it up. Good
Keep
work,
up the
Ted.
Good work, Ted.
Excellent.
We're behind you. Some of us citizens are behind you all the way, Teddy.
If I see Chris Felch downtown doing his police work, I'm gonna bug him from 6 feet away. Come on, and I know he can't do it. He'll just smile because he's such a great guy.
Oh, Felchy.
Yeah, well, I'll think about it.
Hey, were you
You'll
guys
see
talking
it.
about Dr. Stratty a little bit?
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, he's one of the. He's like a celebrity in
Did
town.
he
Yeah.
birth you?
And then
Did he really?
Then he also he birthed Margie, but that his dad did.
Wow, so
Stratty's-
generations. Wow.
Yeah,
Obviously,
and-
he's a celebrity in town. Then his wife Jan, she was my English teacher. Like they're one of the great ones.
That Mr. Stratty, Dr. Stratty is
One of
the
the great
sweetest.
ones.
When he's so shy, he always dips down. He tried to unbirth me actually because I went in there twice with like to get the vasectomies, and I got sweaty and nervous and ran out the door.
Oh no.
And then he's like, "Well, I told you, Scott. I told you so." You know, he's so shy. He's such a cute guy.
I wish he'd come on the show.
Oh, he'd be awesome.
Great.
And he wears his like in jeans and stuff. When I see him at Pappy's, he's got like those with the things on the pocket, you know. He's the
He'd be
best.
great.
Yeah.
Well, I plugged his daughter Sarah's clothing store, Enchante.
Oh, nice.
I thought it was Enchante. Oh no.
Well, how'd you find out it was Enchante?
She told me.
Oh, so you gotta have the right. Did you plug the axe throwing thing?
Oh yeah, I did.
Oh,
Sarah Jesperson, and every morning she has her working out video. She's
Are you
really
doing-
good looking. Good looking gal.
Well, do you
She's
do
really
it
nice,
everybody?
too.
Oh, she's
great.
great.
I met her at the co-op one day, and she was just a sweetheart. But I got
Very
you been
Nordic,
down there
very
yet? You guys been there
Nordic
yet? Let's go down there and check that when it opens again.
When it opens up, I think
I'd
everyone
like
in
to check that
town
out.
Oh,
should go down there. Maybe we could come up with a team. We could.
At first, would I have to grow a beard then? To be a
I
lumberjack?
don't know.
I think you almost have one, don't I?
I know
think
suits. You don't want to wear a
it's-
suit.
Flannel shirt,
You gotta have the flannel shirt.
hiking boots. I got hiking boots too.
Yeah.
Oh no! All
You
right.
roll up the bottom.
Remember you caught
I want to
the
go
head
as
of it?
Fisherman John Jeremy.
Yeah, with the sack.
Yeah.
Remember, what did he have in that sack?
Well,
Do you know?
well, I'm not going to tell anyone. You got to take the trolley tour.
Oh,
Then I
that's
can
right, you
reveal
did.
it. I'm not going to tell you, but he'd drag up the dead bodies.
Hey,
and
are
then-
you friends with Brent Peterson, the historical guy?
I know. Who
Well,
it is,
he
yeah.
would tell us about the real John Jeremy, what was in that sack.
Yeah, I shortened it.
I kind of know,
Yeah.
but whatever. We don't want to blow it. Miles, don't wreck his.
No, you gotta take the trolley
gotta
ride.
take the
trolley. Trolley, yeah, when it opens back
And that,
up.
Scott, the other day I said, if you can't afford to go to a restaurant, at minimum, go on Yelp and give all the stores, the
Yes.
restaurants a 5-star
And curbside.
review.
Everybody.
If you
And
can,
buy their
do it.
food.
Buy their food.
You know, Leo's and
Mhm.
all those people down there that, and the Madcapper and Whitey's, they, you know, my heart just goes out to these people with all their staff and I mean, they got bills. You know, these
There you
people
go,
are,
yeah.
are like, this is not good, is it, Raj? And we got to do whatever we can to support them, because when it all ends, and when it's the big fiesta we're probably going to have down there, I think we should get the whole town just come down and do the whole pub crawl and
Oh,
make
shut it
happen.
all up, Tom. That's
Make
a
it
great
happen.
idea. Bigger than
You
the
know?
Leonard
Yep.
Skinner thing.
Like it.
You know,
Yeah.
and, you know, Mark's and Lolito and Lolo and Brian's, and I mean, just, you know, everything.
That's
It's
a
just,
good idea.
remember we drove down there, Miles, and it was like, it was so sad. You know, we were
Mhm.
we're driving down the road at 9 o'clock at night, and there wasn't a car anywhere.
It's
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 just-
very strange.
It's not, well, we just gotta hang in there, and hopefully these people can really, hang in as well, and we can support them, all the citizens and all the locals and
we got
us guys, right?
Yep, I think
Yeah.
that's a good note to close on, is to
I
say,
think so.
support
Till
the
next
locals. Support the locals and hang in there, everybody.
That's what I say.
Thanks for the show.
Well, I
Good
think
to
it's
see
been a
you,
good
Raj.
show, Raj. Thanks,
Bye,
everyone.
everybody.
Peace.
Bye.
Bye.